Hello everyone, my name is Joanna Boer and I'm a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, two tiny islands in the Caribbean, Trinidad being the larger one. So that makes me Trinidadian, but I have lived here in Lagos for the past 10 years. I live here with my husband and we have 4 sons together. All of them at some point attended AISL. The older 2 have now moved on, but I currently have a 6th grader and a 1st grader here at AISL. In terms of the many hats I wear, the biggest and most important hat that I wear is mother. I enjoy being an active part of the boys' lives and being around for their studies and their extra activities. However, about 9 years ago, I was able to start a business, Empire Jane, a manufacturing business here in Lagos. And the whole point of Empire Jane was to showcase Nigeria. And so what my company does is we take Nigerian culture and content and we create wonderful gifts that tell a story about Nigeria. And so I would say between the hours of 9 to 3, I'm entrepreneur and creator and manager and all of those cool things. But then all the times around that, I am a full-time mom. My career journey has been actually very interesting and very unexpected. I obtained a Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science from Calvin College in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and then went on to obtain a Master's of Science in Human Resource Management from the University of London. And those degrees all happened right around the time I was also having my children and growing my family. And so I opted rather to be at home, serving the family and raising the children, especially in the early days. But I was really fortunate in 2012 here in Lagos to come upon an idea for my own business. I, at that time, was really looking for high quality items made locally that showcase Nigerian content and Nigerian culture, everything that I had loved and come to love about Nigeria. And I couldn't find these gifts anywhere. And so I decided to start my own manufacturing company. And this actually worked perfectly with my goal at that time, which was to be primarily a caregiver to my children. And so I was able to start this company, Empire Jane, here in Lagos. And it has been 10 years now since I've been running Empire Jane. And it's been so exciting to see how it's grown and how it's developed into this great brand. At one point, I was the highest seller at the duty-free in the airport. I have many outlets here in Lagos, and I am proud to say that my items made here in Nigeria and celebrating Nigerian content are now scattered all over the world. I have people telling me all the time from the Middle East or the USA, other parts of Africa, just how much they love my stuff. And so that's actually been very gratifying. And within that, I was able to teach myself so many things that I otherwise would not have had the opportunity to learn. I've learned about the manufacturing process. I've been able to use my HR training with my staff. I've learned about media and marketing, and there's so many things that I've been able to discover and learn while running my own business. First of all, I don't think there's a secret to success, but if I did have to give some kind of advice, I think the first thing would be to define what success means to you. I think it means different things to different people, and so really try to think and establish, what does success mean to me personally, not maybe just the common definitions out there. And so once you've defined what that is, I think the next step would be to sequence the goals that you need to get there, right? Any goal will have steps that you need to take to get to the goal. And so that's what you would need to establish, a kind of roadmap. And then you start, but along the way, you have to be open to advice from others who might have gone, or, even learning from your mistakes, learning how to bounce back. I think those are really key pieces of advice. And then just put the effort in. I think you can really see effort. And when someone works hard at something and puts in their best, you really see the results. And like I say to my children, if you're going to do it well. So who inspires me? Historically, it's really the people who fought oppression and in really difficult circumstances. I think of Nelson Mandela, and the kind of the burden that he carried, for the future of his country, and the vision that he had for his country, and also like the hardships that he faced in this setting. I think of Martin Luther King Jr., who really fought against the oppression of people. And so I would say historically, these are the kind of people that inspire me, those that champion, the underdogs. And luckily there's a lot of those people still around. Maybe we don't know their stories, but they do exist. And so I would say on a broader scale, people that just fight injustice and oppression are the ones that inspire me. So I have enjoyed my time at AISL as a parent there. This started in 2011 and it's now 2021. So I've been a decade at AISL. And I absolutely love it. I love the diversity of the school. I love the diversity of the friends my children have made, the diversity of friends I have made. I love being a part of a parent body where parents are really involved. I love having access to the teachers. I love the opportunities that the children are able to have during the day. One particularly fun story for me was when my first son came in second grade. And one of his assignments was to do a presentation on how to do a grilled cheese sandwich for his class. And I remember thinking, this is a really interesting assignment. And what I came to realize is that AISL, even in the early years, they are raising leaders. And so they want to raise students who are able to get in front of a class or a crowd and present, and that are not afraid of people, and that can give instructions, and that can teach. And throughout the years, other sons have had similar kinds of academic experiences, presentations, and things like that. And it's just remarkable the kind of education the kids get at AISL. They really truly are raising leaders for the next generation. So what do I want my children to take away from AISL? Well, two have already left, and I love what they have taken with them, and I think it's a love of people. I think my children being raised in this diverse community, it means they're able to speak to people of different races, of different nationalities, people that look different than them, sound different than them. They've had a lot of experience going to different homes and eating different foods, and it builds a kind of confidence with them. They're not afraid of people. They know how to speak to people and be polite. They know how to navigate situations that might seem difficult. And my hope for my other two youngest ones is that they would also have the same experiences. Confidence, being able to approach and relate to people. I have a few authors in my family. My husband is an author and my father-in-law is an author, but I will confess I've read none of their books. But in general, I do like memoir. I do like reading about a slice of life, that maybe I've not experienced. The most recent book that I read that was riveting was actually The White Tribe of South Africa, and it was a historical account of the Afrikaners in South Africa. I really enjoyed that because there's so much talk about, this country, and the issues that it faced. I really wanted to dive in on my own and read it. So that was one that I recently enjoyed. A Suitable Boy is also a good one. Again, a really good taste, a slice of life about post independence India. So yeah, Jane Austen, the classics, the Bible. But really and truly, I enjoy memoir as a genre the most. So what is my dream for Nigeria? I have big dreams for Nigeria, and I have to say, first of all, it's been a privilege to live here for the past 10 years and call it my home. And in the future, I would like to see Nigeria solve its problems on just infrastructure, electricity, really good education and good healthcare for its people.